Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to give you guys a quick update on the Pioneer and what's going on and what's taking me so long to do the install on the front A-arms. So in the last video we did the install on the rear A-arms. Everything went super great. Everything has settled perfectly. The camber is almost perfect. As it sits now, the suspension has settled just the right amount. So the other day I went to do the install on the front A-arms. I was actually halfway through the install. I had the whole passenger side torn apart. I had the driver's side tire off, in the air, getting ready to go. And I did the #1 mistake anybody can do. I went ahead and I tore everything apart on the passenger side, and I didn't check the parts. I got all the ball joints pressed in, and lo and behold, I had 2 driver's side lower A-arms. And there was nothing I can do. So I called Super ATV, and I had bought the A-arms from one of their suppliers for the $299 price, because Super ATV had raised the price. So I had to get invoices from them, sent them, great customer service, all that good stuff. But I sent them all the information, took pictures, sent them an email, and sure enough, they are sending me the correct lower A-arm. So the front A-arm install is actually on hold until this week when I get the new A-arm in from Super ATV. I can't say enough for customer service, but unfortunately, I happened to get the box with the A-arm that was wrong. So not a big deal. I will get the front A-arms done, and then we're going to start looking at shocks and suspension for this thing, because after I put this back together, I torqued everything down to spec. I don't know if it's still here. It is. I got all the torque specs. I got how everything comes apart, goes back together. This front shock is squeaking pretty bad. I thought at first it was because I over tightened everything, and I didn't. It's just squeaking. I don't know if you can hear it. Let's see. I don't know if the camera picked up that high-pitched squeak, but every bump on the road you hit, everything you go down, you hear it, and it's driving me up a wall. So shocks are next. I've had a lot of people recommend the Viking 814 shocks to me, and I've had a lot of people recommend the standard Fox shocks. Leave me a comment below on what you guys would get. The Walker Evans are just out of my price range. I can get the Fox shocks or the Viking shocks for about the same price. There's pros and cons to both. So the pro to the Fox shocks is first of all, they're factory shocked, so they're tuned for this. And there's 3 settings, super simple. 1, 2, 3 clicks, and that's it. You got soft, medium, and firm, and then you can adjust the spring as needed. So that's easy. The second set is the Viking 814 shocks, which have multiple clicks. I think they said it was like 16 or something. On the 814 shocks, you got to run the limit straps, because they will overextend your CV axles and whatnot. So let me know what you guys would do. I'm interested in the 814. I like the tunability. I'm just not a person with any experience tuning suspension. I normally run a stock suspension, or I'll upgrade to like a Bilstein. I've never done it on a UTV, being this is my first UTV. And I know everyone says these stock shocks sucks, and they were great in the beginning, and they're getting tired. I've got over 1,400 miles, coming up on 1,500 miles. They're starting to squeak. Going over curbs is coming in the driveway, going out into the desert. My teeth are starting to get jarred pretty good, hitting the bumps. My kidneys aren't liking it much more. And I do want to do another trip to the dunes. So let me know. The Fox shocks are looking really good because I can buy them in pairs. I can do the fronts first, then the rears, Where the 814s, it's an all-in-one package, which is just fine. I'd probably buy all four at the same time anyways. But it is a pricey endeavor. You know, with the A-arms, you can buy them front, rear, and you don't have to change anything. With shocks, now we're getting to over $1,000. And it's just like when I do a bigger tire on this, I'd like to run a 32 or 33 inch tall tire. An internal gear reduction is getting pretty pricey. Again, it's over $1,000. Or if you run the portals on this thing, they're over $3,000 now with the Gen 3 portals. And you can have either a billet or a cast aluminum. And you can pick the different gear ratios. The problem with the portals is they give you 4 more inches of width on either side. I'm not in the swamps. I like to go through the woods. And they're really hard on your suspension components with the tie rods and whatnot. So let me know in the comments below on which shocks you would get, the Fox shocks or the 814 Viking. If you haven't looked into those, look them up. I know they're on Facebook. I don't have an account, but I can still get to their page. I will get the front A-arms on this thing installed here in the next week or so. I got the tracking number today from Super ATV, so that's good to go. And give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. If you like the Honda Pioneer in general. I know the Talon's supposed to be hitting showrooms next month, so I'm gonna go try to do a walk around on one of those if I can find one locally. And don't forget to subscribe. Help me out. Click that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the notification button. And until next time.